I have a tendency to ramble in my videos, and I'm going to try and keep this one really, really short. Tudor have just announced that their intention is for all of their watches to become master chronometer certified against the METAS standard. That's a great thing. As a Breitling fanboy, I wish Breitling would do that. And congratulations. Well done, Tudor, for making that decision. A lot of people are massively misinterpreting what Tudor is doing as somehow a challenge or an attack on Omega. And as I said, that's just a massive misinterpretation of this, what's going on. I'll tell you why after the intro. Hi, I'm Pete McConville. Welcome to my watch channel. Here I overthink, overanalyze, and just go way too geeky on watches. If that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me, watch the video. If you like what I do, like, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. This is going to be a really short video, I hope, if I can keep focused. Keep focused, Pete. Okay, so in short, a couple of years ago, back in about 2013, I think it was, Omega got together with a Swiss measurement laboratory, the METAS organization, and Omega sponsored and drove the development of a new standard for testing watches. Omega drove that standard because Omega felt that the COSC standard had become too easy and didn't say enough about how good Swiss watches were. Omega was also concerned that the meaning of being a Swiss watch, the meaning of Swiss made, was being diluted. And Omega felt that something more was necessary for the whole industry to keep the trust of worldwide watch consumers. And so Omega got together with METAS, and Omega sponsored the development of this new master chronometer standard, which I won't go into all the details, but it basically met all of the things that Omega wanted a watch to do. So there's accuracy at different, over an extended period of time, at a variety of different temperatures. There's something in there about water pressure and having to be actually tested underwater. And the most famous is probably the anti-magnetism at being tested at 15,000 Gauss. All things that Omega watches were well set up to do with their coaxial statements. So that's why Omega set that standard. That's why Omega got the trademark of master chronometer, and then they gifted that to METAS. Now, if you're paying attention, you would have noticed I just said the words Omega probably about 50 times, and I stressed it. This is very much Omega's standard. However, right from the beginning, right from the very first press conference where this was announced by the chairman of Omega, he was saying, this is Nicholas Hayek, was saying, we want, this is an open standard. We want everyone to come on board and pick this standard up and run with it. He acknowledged it's going to be a challenge, but he threw that challenge out to the Swiss industry. What is equally interesting is at the time, media across the board actually really liked the standard, but were also concerned. They were concerned because it was clearly Omega's baby, and that unless another company picked it up and ran with it, this could end up losing its punch. It might not have the effect it wanted to have. That Omega might not get the benefits it wanted because this would be seen as just their own company, in-house quality standard, and it might become a bit of a joke, kind of like the Patek seal. So when Tudor picks this up and runs with it, when Tudor comes along and says, we're thinking of adopting this standard, that is not an attack on Omega. That is not a challenge to Omega. That is not trying to hit at Omega. Or what Tudor has done, what the Rolex Group has done, is exactly what Omega has wanted a brand to do all along. They have validated the standards that Omega wanted to have put in place. They have elevated the thing that Omega had created and was at risk of being an in-company, not particularly well understood kind of standard, and they have made it now the industry standard. And from now until eternity, a Rolex Group brand is going to have a standard and a trademark first created by Omega stamped on its dial. This is not a challenge to Omega. Nicholas Hayek and the guys are not quaking in their boots over what Tudor has done. They are popping champagne corks. This is a moment they have been waiting for almost a decade. This is all of their birthdays come at once. And to imagine it in any other way is to completely misremember the history of the METAS certification and to misunderstand its long-term implications. So anyway, that's my take on the meaning of Tudor's embrace of Omega's standard of master chronometer METAS certification. What do you guys think? Do you think I've misunderstood the history of this? Do you think I've misinterpreting the long-term meaning of the move by Tudor? Let me know in the comments below. I've been Pete McConville. As I said, this is the kind of over-analysis I routinely do here. If it's something that you're interested in, like, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. I will see you later. Bye.